and my father served in the military, so this Friday is going to be an extra special day for my family.
And on Veterans Day, Davenport University has something special planned to honor the men and women who have served us.
And today we're joined by Jonathan Hyman, who's the Military and Veterans Admissions Director at Davenport University, and John Ike, who is a student, Veterans of America President at Davenport University, both here with us today. Thanks so much for joining us. We know that this is Veterans Day, always is a big day, but this year in particular, 11-11-11. We know that you guys have some great programs planned. Jonathan, why don't you tell us about that?
Sure, yeah. We're going to have a couple great things going on. This week we're running a slideshow of photos that our military students have submitted. The day of, we're going to have some letter writing for deployed soldiers that they can send a postcard to a deployed soldier to give them a little encouragement. The big exciting thing that we're having, weather dependent, we're going to have a Black Hawk helicopter touchdown in the parking lot.
Wow.
And just kind of be there for a little while. It's going to be an exciting thing to happen. And we're gonna serve lunch from 11:01. We're gonna have a moment of silence at 11 to recognize the veterans, and then we're gonna have lunch from 11 to 1.
Wonderful.
Wow. Now, first off, I want to thank you on behalf of our entire community for everything that you do for us. But tell us a little bit about some of your experiences since you've been enlisted.
Well, it's like anything else. You go there and you do your job. And being deployed was a hard time for me, being away from friends, family, everyone I cared about, but it really helped me develop as a person, and it taught me a lot about myself. So it taught me definitely that I wanted to go back to school, which is why I'm going to Davenport right now.
Davenport really makes it easy for veterans, especially you. You're still involved and in the Guard, so you still 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year. It's really important to have an educational institution that's going to participate with that.
Definitely, and they make doing the paperwork really easy. They take care of everything for you, basically, so all you have to do is supply them with the paperwork that they need, and they'll do the rest.
Fantastic.
Wow, you know, everyone in our community wants to get involved and kind of do something and say thank you to the men and women who are serving us. How can people get involved?
One of the traditional ways to honor veterans or to recognize the day is to take a moment of silence at 11 o'clock. It's kind of traditional at 11. It kind of goes back into history a little bit, but just to kind of pause for a moment at 11 o'clock, kind of stop what you're doing and just think about the sacrifice that some of the veterans have gone through so that we can have the freedom that we have.
And John, what would you want people to know? I know you're back now, you're in school, but you've got a lot of people who you know probably who are still on active duty on the front lines. I mean, we're involved and engaged in broad spectrum war here in the United States, and people need to remember that all the time.
Yeah, and sometimes, especially when you're deployed, you don't think about that. You kind of think people have forgotten about you, but getting letters from home, family, calling home, it helps you get through the days, and it feels really good. So that's one of the reasons we're doing the letter writing as well, because just getting a letter, realizing that people appreciate what you do, all the hard work that you're doing over there.
And people don't forget you while you're over there. Tell us about your transition back into the classroom. I know that you had an opportunity to get back in. Your finance major, you're a junior now?
Yes. So at the end of the semester, I'll be a senior.
Fantastic.
Looking forward to the end. But
looking for a job, looking for a paid internship. So great guy, served our country well. Put the pitch in for you.
Appreciate it. But it was hard when I got back, because starting school, I mean, I'm not expert at life at any point, but I've had some life experiences, and being in classrooms with 18-year-old kids fresh out of high school, it was a weird experience, and that's why we kind of started this club at Davenport, is so veterans realize that there's other people out there going through the same things, and that they don't have to do it alone. If they come, they can meet, they can talk with us, and we'll all get through it together. It's, like I said, it's a weird experience being there with a bunch of young kids, and there's other veterans there. So just stop, talk by, or talk with them.
Yeah, and they may have just a whole different experience.
Yeah.
And I know, when you have that, hopefully the weather will cooperate and you can land that helicopter right in the parking lot, because what an awe-inspiring sight to see. What are men and women, the kinds of equipment that they learn how to operate in the field. Great. Well, thank you so much for being here. And again, remember that's this Friday at Davenport University, open to the public.
Yep, everyone's invited.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, you guys.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Are you West?